All right. And we're back. Hi, everybody. Today we're going to do a little trading tutorial. Introduce yourself, little one.
My name is Angel Jackson. I'm a sophomore in college. I attend Old Dominion University.
Very nice. So, you wanted me to teach you what?
Day trading.
Okay. What you know about day trading so far?
The basics, I know about charts. I know how to read charts.
You do.
Yes.
Hmm. You know what? We might have to prove it. So, what we're looking at now is Gdex.Pro. Gdex.Pro is what we refer to as a decentralized exchange. As you can see, all these things popping up and down, those are cryptocurrencies similar to stocks. Okay. At any given time, I can actually check a chart. So for example, you can see the age. That's 6 days old. That's 7 days old. I can actually filter this. And I can say, oh, that's only 3 hours old. Let's just look at TNC ETH. What is that? Looks like a scam to me. Hmm. So what this is, that's going to be a chart. This is a chart where this token just launched, right? You can see there's no history on it. You see? So for example, up here, so whenever you're reading charts, this is what we call a time frames, right? So what did we say? What did I say the other day? Zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out, right? This don't have enough history. So if you see a token like that with zero history, that's only a 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart. That token was literally just launched. You see?
Yeah.
That's high risk. That might be a scam. Pretty sure it's a scam. I bet if we go back and check it, it'll be a scam. So let's just say, for example, I want to search Gemach. You heard of Gemach, right? Oh, Gemach's up 1% today, I think. 24 hours up 1%, right? Oh, we're getting spanked. Anyway, so you can see on a 15-minute chart, we're getting spanked, right? But if I zoom out to like the 4-hour chart, you can see got a little bounce, right? You see, I'm zooming out right here.
Yeah.
I'm zooming out. The more I zoom out, you see these dates, right? So you can see, for example, if you're trading this, if you bought here, 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 you're up. You see? If you were to bought, what's today's date? If you were to bought on August 16th, you mad at me. You bought at the top. You mad at me if you bought up here. If you do like I tell people to do, and you buy when the market's low and everybody's scared, like down here when I was telling people to buy, right? Then you see they finally listened. They finally listened. Look at this. So this is the price of the token, right? In crypto, forget the price. I don't care what the price is. I don't care what the price is. You only look at the market cap, right? That's the most important part to a chart. You want to look at the market cap. That's $1.3 million market cap, right? If you see that Gemach has multiple agents, you know that's a steal. I can give you a token with $1 billion market cap, ain't got no damn products, ain't got no users. It's called Cardano. That's for the recording, right? So that's what you see, look at whenever you're looking at these particular charts. You see that thing, boom, boom, to the stratosphere. Now, that's the price. Like we said, we don't care about price. Market cap's what we care about. $1 million might sitting at $1.3 million right now, right? If I zoom out, whenever we got that pew, when we got that pew, we hit that pew, 4.2, 4.2 million. You go check. Let me see if I can screen. So the absolute tippy top for for Gemach, 4.5 mil, right? In January and February, you know what happened here? Trump launched his token. When Trump launched his token, he dumped the entire market. And now we've been building this son of a gun right back up. So you're seeing that people were selling off when the market was dumped. Whenever Trump was doing all them things, everybody was terrified. When everybody was terrified, whenever Trump got in and doing all them tariffs and everything, right? You can see the story in the chart. That's when Trump launched his token. We went back up. That's when all these damn tariffs and shit was going down, right? If you go back up, that's when all that crazy shit was going on. You see? The chart, the crypto charts, the stock charts, it'll tell you the story of what happens in the microeconomic aspect of things, right? I can see it on my own token. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What questions do you have?
None at the moment.
All right, fair enough. All right, so let's go look at Bitcoin. So because I'm on Ethereum, we have to use wrap Bitcoin to see the true price of Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is its own chain, its own blockchain, right? But you can actually trade Bitcoin on Ethereum. So Bitcoin, for example, let me see how far I can go. If you go hit this drop down, let's go look at the weekly chart. Because Bitcoin is so volatile, we want to look at the weekly chart. We'll look at the weekly. Wow. So last year, Bitcoin was at 23 bands. Almost, oh, no, 22 years ago, 2 years ago, my bad. 2 years ago, Bitcoin was 27 bands. It's at 111 right now. You could have tripled your money on Bitcoin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Bitcoin controls the entire crypto market. But there is something.
So where would one buy in? Down here?
Yeah. Buy low, sell high.
Okay. And at the time, how much was
it? 10 bands.
You had to pay 10 bands?
$10,000. You paid $10,944 for one Bitcoin. That's called a whole coiner.
So when we see market,
Hmm?
So if I were to try and buy some of this, I would have to buy it at the number.
You gotta buy that now, but you better not buy it. You buy the TikTok, they're gonna dump on your head.
Okay, so when it's down here and this is how much?
That was 20. So where you're at right there at this very moment, that's at $21,000.
So I would have had to pay
$21,000. If you wanted a whole Bitcoin, you're gonna pay $21,938. If you pay $21,938 in 2023, it'd be worth $111,000 right now.
And it's not gonna get any cheaper than that.
Excuse me? What's not gonna get any cheaper?
The cost of a Bitcoin.
It can go to zero.
But
any stock can go to zero.
But it's unlikely.
Yeah, unlikely. I'm not gonna say highly unlikely. Odds in your favor is gonna go up. How about that?
Okay. So at this exact moment, there's no chance of me buying a Bitcoin.
You can buy all you want to. You're gonna pay $111,000 for it and get spanked.
So no.
And get spanked.
I'm saying, will it ever get to a point where it's at a reasonable price to buy it at?
Highly unlikely.
Okay.
Highly unlikely. Anything's possible, highly unlikely. Any other questions? The most important thing that you need to remember, maybe scope.
So I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So when people are buying into these things, they're buying them at the market prices. Then you can't buy like a certain percentage of it. Like if I wanted to get $500 worth of Bitcoin, I wouldn't be able to do that.
You can buy $500 worth, but it's going to divide it. It's going to divide it proportionally with what the price of Bitcoin is.
So it wouldn't really be worth much.
It ain't gonna be worth nothing. So for example, wrap Bitcoin, 111,000, right? Let's see here. You said $500, right? Ah, shoot, hold on. Wrong way. You get 0.0045 Bitcoin.
Not even a whole.
Not even a quarter, not even a tenth. You're getting 0.004 Bitcoin. Now you can sell it for 500, but what's the point?
Yeah.
Your upside, see, that's the thing. With Bitcoin, the upside is limited. You would be lucky to double your money at $111,000. You ain't gonna double up. You're not, it's impossible. Look, it's highly unlikely. Nothing's impossible, highly unlikely. Look, do you think somebody that bought Bitcoin at $24,000, which is not the absolute bottom, you telling me somebody that bought Bitcoin at $24,000 is gonna wait for that thing to go to 200,000 when they done 4x, 5x already? When that thing go to 150, they about to drop the hammer on that on everybody.
So yesterday I was looking at, I think it was VU.
Who?
VU.
You looking at stocks?
Yeah, and it said that I believe for the market cap price it was 595.
All right, let's look at that. VOO?
Yeah, I believe so.
Let's just look at that real
I think
quick.
I was on Charles Schwab.
The Vanguard S&P?
Yeah, I believe it was
Okay,
that one.
fair. All right, so what I say? Zoom out. That's as far that's the max, right?
Mhm.
You an all-time high. Why the hell you buying an all-time high? That don't make no damn sense.
So I should wait for it to drop back
It's
down.
gonna pull back. It's gonna pull back
So when
eventually.
it does, that's when I
You
buy
just
it.
don't know how it's gonna pull back. So look, for example, check this front up. So it's gonna look something like this.
Mhm.
It's gonna pop up here, then it's gonna dump, they're gonna sell. So it went from 300, it went from 310 to 228.
And that's when I should. When it drops down to
But you
that.
don't know when it's gonna hit 228. You might buy it 250. If you bought 250, you still sitting pretty now, aren't you?
Yeah.
You wait for pullbacks, and that's when you pounce.
So would this be considered a pullback?
Yes, so because the high was right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was high. It pulled back all the way to like 320, what 330 something, roughly. Probably like 320 more likely, but
So would you think that this would be a good company for
absolutely, it's
investors?
a good. That's the Vanguard S&P 500. That's an ETF. That's a lot electronic traded fund. That is like a bucket of stocks.
Yeah.
That's a bucket. So really, yes, it's going to be a pullback, but I don't think this is a bucket. So it's not the pullback's not going to be catastrophic. It's going to pull back. It might pull back 30%, but it ain't going to be catastrophic. You're gonna make money, but that's a long-term investment. You ain't going to really make no money on that.
And what about VTI?
Who?
VTI and VXUS.
BTI?
Yeah.
Vanguard. So this is another electronic traded fund. So these so it's good. So yes, you need to put some money in these, but these ETFs aren't really going to make you that much money. This is where you park your money. If you put money in here, you ain't gonna touch it until you graduate. Jesus Christ, until you retire, till you hit 70 something years old. That's the only time you're gonna touch that money.
So it's a long-term investment.
That's a long-term investment. You might double it, you might triple it. So for example, all right, 20 years. 20 years. Let's just look at it that way. 20 years, you might have bought it at 50. You six extra money. I take it. Low risk, low risk, six extra money. I take it. So these ETFs are made for when you got a little extra money, you throw it in there, throw it in there, throw it in there, throw it in there.
Okay.
And then what's the other one?
VXUS.
Is it?
I think. Let me see.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a total international. Oh, it's an international stock. Ooh, see, you know why it's going down? Oh, it ain't really going down. Huh. I thought Trump would have dumped this. I thought Trump's tariffs would have did number on this. It didn't. Hmm. Spaghetti. Ah, this ain't no good. All time you only went up 46%. You only went up 46% in 14 years? Trash.
So the other two seem
The other two are legit. This one's trash. In my opinion, do your own research. Anybody watching this? Do your own research. Trash. All right, all time. That's a 4X. That's a 4X. I take it. 4X all time. I'll take it. That's how those work. Now, look at a coin gecko. Let me show you a little trick here. Let me show you how this works. See here, coin gecko. Where's not coin gecko not coming up? All right, coin gecko. Type in Gemach. That was what 400%. All right. Well, this is taking forever.
lagging.
Oh, it's horrid. I mean, I'm using my computer. How did that? Ah, Jesus Christ. I might need to cancel. I might need to go back in. Jesus Christ. Anyway. So whenever you look at that all time, you can see that the return for cryptocurrencies, yes, it's more risk, but there's greater reward.
And what about Ethereum?
It's low. Now Ethereum's definitely one you could invest in. ETH, blah. ETH. ETH. What chain am I on? ETH. ETH. All right. ETH at 43. All right, that's the weekly chart. Now, you've seen the Bitcoin chart, right? And you see how it went from 20,000 all the way up to 100, right? ETH is lagging. Last cycle in 2022, we sold ETH like at 4. Once ETH hit 4, we sold. Then ETH went up to 47. We sold at 4, right? Now, all-time high for ETH is at roughly 48. Okay?
4,800.
4,800. See? ETH at 4,800. That was 2022, right? It just tapped 40. Yeah, roughly 49. Okay. Roughly 49.
In 3 years.
Bitcoin. So Ethereum tapped all-time high and dumped right back
So
down.
that was $100 difference.
Something like that. Something like that. It tapped 100%. So the way stocks work, the way TA works, the previous all-time high is what we refer to as resistance. Because they hit the all-time high, you got to understand, some people bought up there. Some people bought up there. People bought up there. And they rode that son gun all the way. They hit it at 40, 49. Rode that joint all the way down to 900 and some dollars. All the way down. They rode it all the way down. So it started going up. They said, oh, I'm gonna get my money back. They said, oh, psych. He said, oh, I'm gonna get my money back. No, no, no. Now money backs up. And they said, oh, fuck y'all niggas. Bam. They sold. Now, what we got right now is called consolidation. It's consolidating. Now, when new money come in, it's gonna blow past that resistance and then right back about. I'd say you hit about 5 something and then collect again right here. So this is a previous resistance.
Mhm.
So this is good. This is previous resistance, 49.6. Okay. Whenever you see a tip, whenever you see a tip here, that's called a wick, right? It's like
So
a
these
candle.
are
It's like
all
a candle.
wicks. These are all candle wicks.
These are all candle wicks. So the thing is, you see like the body. So you got the body, and then you got a little thing sticking up. That's the wick, right? So we always say it. This one wicked out at 49.9, right? This month, it wicked out August 18th. Okay. This one wicked out at about 49. So like I said, it hit all-time high and then they sold off, right? So now it's going to consolidate. It's going to consolidate for a little bit because like September is a bad month for crypto, for Bitcoin especially. So this might be a bad month, but hopefully October is going to start pump up because December's nice. December's nice. So probably got about what 3 more weeks of crappiness, and then then we're gonna start running again, right? So you'll have probably a month of consolidation. Then you're gonna start seeing a green because you ain't seen nothing, but there's 2 green candles in the weekly, and that's the thing. Daily, daily, weekly. So then, so like I said, that's 18th, 25th, 1st, 8th, right? So here's how we read charts, or here's how I do. Everybody does it different. Each candle is a week, right? So here we look at. We had 1 red week. Then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green weeks. Had 5 green weeks. Then you had a bad week where people sold off, right? Once it sold off and once it wicked down to the bottom,
Okay, so green is buy
green is
and red is sold.
yes. And then this is over a week time period, right? So people buying and selling all week, but collectively on the week, the last 2 weeks have been red. The last 2 weeks in the market have been bad. You see the red. It's very simple to see what the market is doing, right? In one little snapshot.
Okay. Now, how does it get to the point where people are making $1,000, $3,000 a day off of this type of stuff?
That's where perps come in. Perpetuals. Perpetuals. I've been testing. It's gonna be ugly. So this is perpetuals. So perpetuals where you can actually what we call leverage trading. So on Gdex.Pro, you can see, I don't have any, which is good. I don't have any. Ooh, because I forgot. So here's what I was showing you yesterday. Top perp traders. Gdex.Pro, if you hit top perp traders and you hit the account value, what's that say? You can read it.
2.1 billion.
Excuse me?
2.1 billion.
Oh, okay. How much did he make today?
Right here.
Yes.
351,164.
Over 7 days. Boom. He made $351 million in a week. And you know what? See, here's the key. This man, he's pretty good, right? All you gotta do is go over here and hit copy trade. You can trade everything that man do. Or woman. Trade everything they do. On one
And that's how you would get the money.
That's how you get the money. You want to see how? You want the damn proof? You want the damn proof? So here's what you're going to, so here's how you would log in. So this is a platform. You can't do anything until you go up here and hit log in. EVM wallet, this is going to be the next session. EVM wallet, MetaMask, this is your wallet for crypto, right? You can see I got $15 in this one. Wow. There they are. There's a trade right there. Get you everything you want. I was just trading this. Let me see here if I can find if I can find a banger. See a lot of folks, see a lot of them red, not that much. See a lot of red, not that much. Let's see here. There it goes. There's one. There's one banger. I got spanked. I was testing. I got spanked for 82 bucks on this one, right? Then I turned around, traded chain link, and made 141, right? But here's a trick bag, little one. Forget that closed P&L. You ain't gonna trade. You know what you gonna do? You gonna get fees right there. You see those fees? That goes to me.
Okay. And so how much is the most you have made off of a trade?
Overall on Gdex.Pro, I'm just testing G. I'm just testing on Gdex.Pro and doing live streams.
Overall.
On one trade, about $13,000.
Okay, well, let's get down to that business.
You need 10,000 to get that
Okay,
13,000.
never
That's the
mind.
problem.
Let's
You
get
need
back
10,000
to
to get that 13,000. That's the problem.
so you're only collecting a good 3,000.
Hmm?
You're technically only getting back 3,000 off of that.
No, you're getting your original 10,000 plus the
Oh,
13,000.
so 23.
You're getting 23.
Okay.
You're getting 23 total because you invested 10. You risked 10,000. You put in this trade. The trade went up. You closed. You ain't getting greedy. I could probably make 20, but I ain't gonna be greedy. I ain't gonna lose my money now. You see, I've been losing enough.
Yeah.
You see, I've been losing enough
Yeah.
in trading. But you know what? I get cash back rewards because it's my platform and I get the fees back. I get cash back rewards. You know what? You can too because all you need, you go up here and you go here. Oh, you go here and you go to referral tracking. All you got to do is just copy that link and give it to all your friends, and you get 20% of those fees you just seen. You get 30%. Shoot, my presentation is horrible. Anyway, you get 30% of all that. Whenever you say fee, you can get 30% of that. Yeah, 30%. We did 20, we're doing 30%. You
Okay,
get cut
so
out
how do
all
you
that.
get equity in that company?
Excuse me?
How do I get equity in that company?
Bought a Gemach token.
And how much are those?
All we gotta do is go on Gdex.Pro and you go in here, you say GMAC, blow. My token don't cost but 0.002649. It's less than a penny. I think that's a deal. I think that's a deal.
So how much would $1 worth be?
Excuse me? $1 worth? You might get about 30 or 40 tokens. You might get about 30 or 40. Let me see here. Let me go to my. Be on different ground. Here, 30 or 40 bucks. You want 30 or 40? Oh, is there? Let me see. All right. Let me show you a little example here. Stop share. So up here is an icon. So you remember that fox symbol? That's MetaMask. This rabbit, that's called Rabby. These are wallets, right? See, there's 15 bands in that wallet, right? It's a lot, right? But you know what? I can't touch that money. You know why? If you go here, if you scroll down past all these tokens I have in this wallet, if you go here, I'm not sure if you can see it on the screen, but if you look, it says locked. I got 15 bands locked, right? That 15 bands is locked until October 18th, 2028. You say, why the hell you gonna lock that much? I get rewards for it just sitting there. I get rewards just sitting there because I'm a liquid that $15,000 is providing liquidity for that protocol. I'm a bank. I'm lending out my money so they can use it and people can lend against it. Whenever they use my money to lend against, I get fees. I pull fees every day. It don't look like much, but $15, $20 a day add up. $20 a day add up over 5 years. $20 a day add up over 5 years, now don't it? For doing absolutely nothing. Doing absolutely. Let's see here. I got 15 bands in there, right? So 3 years, 365 times 3. That's 1095 times. Just be conservative, $20. Over those 3 years, but if I let it sit there, I double up in fees. That's why I do it. You see it right there. I only got 15 sitting there. I'm gonna get 21 back. Just let it sit there. That's pretty cool, ain't it? That's the rich man's trick. I sent you the video twice.
Okay. So if I were to give about $30 worth of tokens,
You might double up in a month.
okay. So,
Double up in a month.
and how much would that equate to?
Excuse me? You said you want to put in $30, you're gonna get 60.
Okay.
And that's the thing. You don't have to be with me, you don't have to be stuck with just one thing. You can be doing, let me see here, share. You can be doing 3 or 4. So for example, just on this alone, are you familiar? Are you okay with the perpetual trading? So for example, I'm gonna just do it this other one because it'll make sense if you actually see it. So I'll go to Arbitrum, right? Wrong. So you see up here, ETH. So each one of these icons are chains. Each chain is like a bank. That makes sense?
Mhm.
Each chain has different tokens, right? But Gemach, we're on every one of these chains. That's unheard of. That many, right? So these are like banks. So for example, yes, we're on ETH, right? But now, because we only do perp trading on Arbitrum. So you got to know where you're going based on what you're trying to do. Does that make sense? Okay. Arbitrum. I'm on Arbitrum up here, right? Then if I go to perp, and if I go to hyperliquid trade, if I go to BTC, Bitcoin, right? If you look over here, that's a 40x long. 40x, it's a long or short. Long means I am anticipating this price is going to go up. It's going to go over $111, $492. I'm anticipating that with a long. Okay. With a short, I'm anticipating this shit gonna go down to $100,000. That make sense? Long, go up. Short, go down. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, because this 40x, this means if I put in $1,000, if I put in $1,000, if I put in $1,000, a 40x long is going to give me a $40,000 position. It's going to give me a $40,000 position. But you got to pay the fees on $40,000, not $1,000. I'm loaning you out $40,000. You ain't got 40,000, do you? I'm gonna loan you out 40,000, and you're gonna pay me then in fees. I'm gonna pay. I'm only gonna charge you $15 to do a $40,000 loan. You see? That makes sense. Now, it sounds all well and good. Now, I'm gonna put in $1,000, right? But if you look down here where liquidation price, I'm just checking here. There we go. That's right. So liquidation price is 110.69. Okay. If you put in $1,000, if you put in $1,000, right? And it went to that 110. It went to that 110.67, right? You're losing that $1,000. That's the risk. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you 40, but I'm protecting my 40. If it go under 110, you losing all your money. But if you guess right, the upside's unlimited. There is an infinite amount of money you can make. Depends on how long you want to stay in it. Now, I'm going to advise against staying out because we have so take profits. If I had to take profit for 100%, once you make $1,000, it automatically closes it. See what I'm saying? Stop loss. Stop loss is very important. We require you to put a stop loss in on every order. You mentioned stop loss, I think, right? So if I put in 100,000, if I do it, if so the stop loss, if I put in 20%, the most I can lose is $200 on $1,000. So that's what we make. We make you put in those stop losses where once you go in a trade, you know how much you can make, you know how much you can lose every time. We minimize risk as much as possible. We're tired of people crying. Yep. So 45%. So $1,000. $1,000, you put 45% in there, the most you're gonna lose is $450. Worst case scenario, you're gonna lose $45, $450.
Okay.
5%, most you're gonna lose $50. It's all about your risk tolerance. You can do the math. Don't be trying to make me do math and embarrass me. $10.
That doesn't seem like much of a risk.
You ain't gonna make no damn money either. You ain't making no damn money either. That thing will pop down and pop right back up. You're gonna get stopped out. You see what I'm saying? If you only do 1%, you can get stopped out immediately. Like I said, for like rule of thumb, I say 20. And I think I always start out people with $100, doing $100 a trade. After the fee, I might take about $5 off of it. The most you're gonna after the fee, the most you're gonna lose is $25. So I'm gonna take 5 on the fee. That makes sense? If you trade with $100, the most you're gonna lose is $25, including the fee. Take profit price unlimited. I normally put in. I ain't gonna set it up put in this recording because the thing is, I can watch it. Like for example, you're gonna be in school, so you're gonna put in a take profit. You're gonna put in a take profit and stop loss, and then once you get back to your dorm room at school, you just check to see what stopped out. See how much money you make. That's all you do. But you know what's more important? You're gonna be live streaming, and people are gonna be copy trading you, young one.
Okay. And so if you were to profit off of this, will the money go directly to a bank account or would it stay here?
It's going to stay here. Excellent point. Excellent point, little one. Let's see here. So if you go here and you go to deposit funds, there's a button here that says withdraw. So once you have your winnings, you hit withdraw. You take it. You say what wallet you want to put it in. You put in 1,000. I'm gonna take my little $1,000. Hit withdraw. You move it to Coinbase. If you move that to Coin, once it hits your wallet, you have to transfer it to Coinbase. Once it hits the Coinbase, then you put it in your account.
Okay. And
That
does
makes
Coinbase
sense?
take a fee too?
Excuse me?
Does Coinbase take a
Hell
fee
yeah,
too?
they read your shit. You gotta pay the price for these. And banks take fees too. Ain't nothing free.
And how much would CoinGecko take? Is it
Coinbase only takes like $2.
uh,
Yeah,
or is
Coinbase.
it dependent on how much you
It depends. It's depending on the amount. Like if I'm moving $1,000, I'm paying like $30. But look at it this way: $1,000 wasn't yours anyway. You took it from the bank. You took it from somebody else, so it don't matter. $30 is just cost of doing business. $30 cost of doing business. And you know what the good part is? You get to write that off on your taxes, little one. That's fee. That's operating fees. You write that off on your taxes. So that's why it ain't that big of a deal. Ain't that big of a deal write off. Any other questions? This is good. This is only part one of 70.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about paper trading.
Fair? Okay. Paper trading. There's a number of platforms you can do on paper trading. There's one, it's weird name. It's like Tasty something. Yeah, it's weird. Tasty Trade. I think it's called Tasty Trade. But I say it's Tasty Trade because I think you can sign up on Tasty Trade for free and do paper trading. I think you can do it for free. I ain't got no free stuff on mine. We doing real deal Holyfield. But, but I think it would be better because you could essentially paper trade and you trade like $1.
Okay, and with
You
copy
could do
trading
that.
here, like this
Don't
guy.
copy trading on Arbitrum. Well, yeah, you know what? Yeah, we can copy trade on Solana. Good point. Okay. Who? Go ahead.
So to copy trade off of these people, you would have to.
You got to find somebody and then you copy trade.
So what is this?
This is your setup to because you can set you're able to set up like 5 copy trades at once. Copy trade list. I'm copy trading these dudes. And this is running. I'm copy trading them. It's running. I just ain't got no money on Solana, so and that's why nothing happening. There's our activity right there. Bam. There's my transactions right there. You see? I pretty much, like you said, I went to these traders on Solana. I found somebody that was trading well on a 1 day profit and loss, right? I hit copy trade, and then that's how I set up all those things on the copy trading. That makes sense?
Mhm.
So that's how all these are set up. I found these dudes. I found these guys in this top traders list.
Okay, so into this list right here. So how much did they buy?
Good question, little one. If you have that question, you see this little arrow here? You can go straight on the chain and see what they got. You can go look at that man's wallet or woman's wallet. You can see everything they bought and when they bought it. That's the beauty of blockchain. I can see everything this wallet has done. Wow. Now, here's one thing that's very important, little one. You pulled a good one. You see something weird?
I
I see it
see,
immediately.
I see buy, and then I see transfer.
Look at the time.
All 2 hours.
Mhm. And then also look at this. This pill, that's pump.fun. That's a meme coin exchange. Look. Page 2,
All this in 2 hours?
page 2, page 3, they come up. What that tells me, what that tells me, no human trades like that. No human trades like that. It's a bot. It's a bot.
So I shouldn't be copy trading off of them.
No, you should because that's a bot. That's using AI to make determination on what to trade. You need to trade that damn thing. Look, look at the track record. He's up 4x today. Get this nigga. Get this nigga. Let's see here. Fixed amount. It ain't gonna do nothing, but I just want to get that. I just want to get them in there. Already paid. Let's see here. Stop loss. I didn't put it. At least one Dex pump.fun. There we go. Got it. So now, although I don't have a balance, I got 0.0087 sold on here. They ain't gonna trade nothing. So although I'm running all of them, they ain't gonna do nothing 'cause I ain't got no money. I just leave it running. Activity, blah. Like I said, when I had money over here, when I had money on here and I was doing presentations, you see those buys I did. Those are buys that were done by copy trading. You see? Yeah.
So in 5 months, it went to this.
Excuse me?
Is that MC market cap?
Yeah, market cap. Yep. It's only $6,000. I think I remember this token. I think I dumped this one. I think I dumped this joint. Wow. Off with their heads. I made money on that one though. All right. So if you go to X stock, these are actual stocks. These are actually stocks that are on chain. Amazon, McDonald's, Robinhood, Meta, QQQ, QQQ, Tesla, Procter and Gamble, MicroStrategy, Coinbase, Apple, Google, Nvidia, Circle, and I don't even know what Amber is. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. Anyway, so if you want to trade stocks, you can trade these six stocks right here on crypto on chain.
Mm,
And the thing is, you can go on Gdex.Pro and you can play with this all day. You ain't got to sign in. You can do what you're doing right now. And I think that will be helpful because now you can see, because here you can see what these people are doing and what the people are trading. And you can also see how many people are holding that token or stock. You see? So now you're on a daily chart, right?
So right now it's worth $756.93.
Yes. What's the market cap on this one?
756,000.
Good. Yeah. It's just one example on that stock. Oh, bubble maps. I didn't even show you bubble maps. This takes a while, but it's worth the wait. It's actually kind of fun. We got to wrap up some more. Don't be yelling at me. Got to do stuff at the house.
Yeah.
Got to go by there and do something at the house. So what people do for this, so this is a bubble map on this particular chain, for example, right? So Solana got a bunch of meme coins, so it's messy. Optimism, OP's Optimism. They still have a lot of tokens on there, but it's not as messy. It's not a mess like in Solana. Like I said, it depends on the chain. Any other questions while this is coming up? All right. Anyway, we're gonna wait a couple more seconds on this. So yeah, the next session we record, we're gonna set up a wallet. You need to clean out your doggone computer. None of this stuff gonna work.
Would it work on an iPad?
This would,
Okay.
this would, this would. I would try to. You know what? I'm gonna see if that laptop. I'm gonna see if that other laptop I got that might do it. This ain't gonna work. All right. Anyway, shutting this down. God is good. We'll see you next time.